お出口は左側です。今日も JR 東ホをご利用くださいましてありがとうございます。
新宿お忘れ物ないようご注意ください。
本日も JR 東日本をご利用ありがとうございます。今度の7番線の列車は23時58分発特急アルプス白馬行きです。この列車は9両です。まもなく7番線と23時58分発特急アルプス。
Hey guys, it's Rollins here, and today I'm in Shinjuku Station, my favorite place to start any epic trip. So today we'll be riding on the Azusa service, although they do offer two others. They have the Kaiji, and of course, as most people know it, the Mount Fuji Excursion. They both use the same train, run along the Chuo Line, but the direction they head to is a little bit different. I do really like the design of it, although you can't tell me it doesn't look like a PlayStation 5 from the front. But it does have this really intimidating presence here. It's pretty sweet. So the train that just left behind me was headed to Mount Fuji. It's kind of cool because 3 of the rail cars decouple at some point and split off while the rest of the train goes to Matsumoto. The train we're taking today will not be doing that.
Instead, this train is going to be decoupling in Matsumoto and then sending the rest of the cars to Hakuba. The service is actually more rare since it only has one scheduled departure each day.
All 3 services use the same kind of train, although they do start in different places, some in Chiba, some in Tokyo, and some in Shinjuku. For the most part, they all run along the Chuo Line until they reach their splitting point from where they either go to Mount Fuji or they continue up to Matsumoto. The main difference between the Azusa and the Kaiji is really what stations it stops at and where its final endpoint is. Alright, looks like our train just got here. Let's get on board.
Alright guys, we're aboard the Azusa service. Let's take a look around. Starting off, we have our fold-out tray table right here. Perfect for a bento or maybe getting some work done. Let's go ahead and tuck that away for right now. Just above the seat, there's a small coat hook. On the window, we've got these nice shades for blocking out the sun, but I'll leave it up so we don't miss any of the views. Right above us is the seat indicator. Green means their seat is booked and good to go. It's so the train conductor can quickly see if anyone still needs to buy a ticket on board. And just like that, we're off, departing Shinjuku Station at exactly 8 a.m. sharp. As we pull out, we pass the iconic site of Shinjuku before the view vanishes in the dense forest of buildings as we curve westward along the Chuo Line. We slice across the western suburbs of Tokyo on the arrow straight elevated track, reaching the edge of Tokyo in just 30 minutes after passing through Hachioji and Takao, the final stations in Tokyo's city limits. The straight lines that we just rode give way to the winding curves of the Kanto mountain range, with the Azusa making full use of its pneumatic tilting suspension to lean into the curves as we begin the scenic climb into rural Japan. Today our journey will only be taking us part of the way, 2 hours away instead of the full 3 hours and 40 minutes it takes to reach Hakuba. Alright, it's time for everyone's favorite part, the bathroom review. Look at this, this is actually super nice. I really like the design here. It's surprisingly roomy too. It's almost like the bathroom on the Shinkansen. Look at how quick it sucks down the water when it flushes. Dang, that's some precision right there. The journey rolls on as the Akaishi Mountains come into view, rugged and distant, yet drawing closer with every passing mile. If you look carefully, you'll spot the peak of Mount Kita, Japan's second highest mountain, just peeking over the nearby ridgeline. It's a stunning preview of what lies ahead in part 2 of this video as we near the final stretch of today's ride. Next stop ahead is Kobuchizawa.
Alright, and here we are in Kobuchizawa. What a cool station. You can actually see Mount Fuji way off there in the distance. It does happen to be a really clear day today as well, but this is already such a cool place. make sure you guys stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to be riding the high rail, which crosses some of the highest altitude stations in all of Japan, including the #1 station of all time.
So yeah, stay tuned for part 2 of this video. It's just about to get started. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.